Greetings, y'all. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Yes, y'all. Greetings. July the 7th in the year of our Lord 2026. Today's the 7-7 portal. Let me see. Is she going to come to work today? Hopefully she's going to come to work today. Palo Santo came to work today. How you doing, y'all? Greetings and welcome. Welcome to 773 Oracle and Tarot. Welcome to your 7-7 portal. Yeah. We're gonna get our astrological forecast from the daily planetary guide from Llewellyn 2026. I already got that down for you all. So let us begin. We're going to get our spiritual downloads from Tony Carmine Slareno, the Spirit Oracle. All right. So let me get you down so y'all can see my shuffle. Y'all can see my shuffle. Y'all can see my pull. Give me 1 second. There is the shuffle. And right here, here's the pull. I'm going to put that right there. All right, y'all. Let us get into it. So yeah, today's the 7-7 portal. So let's talk about the number 7. Numerologically, 7 is often associated with deeper wisdom and inner truth. Also, mysticism. Okay, because the date combines the 7th day and the 7th month, its energy is considered to be very potent. Very potent. So for my spellcasters, if you any kind of spellcaster with any kind of experience, you know today is a very special day to cast your incantations, whatever you're doing. All right. Many people are going to use this day to set intentions, to manifest their goals, to listen to their intuition, and to trust their divine timing. I'm spreading out my tail right now. There we go. So yeah, so we got that going on. They're going to be, again, trusting their intuition, trusting the divine timing, meditating, or performing any kind of spiritual cleanses to realign the energies. All right. So I'm probably going to come live tonight, and we're going to do a 7-7 portal thing. We'll see. But let's get into today's transit. Okay. So yesterday the transit spoke about patience. We talked about not giving up just because something is taking longer than expected. But today is bringing about a different question. Here it is. What if the answer for what you were wanting to do wasn't to push harder? What if the answer for what you wanted was to have you take a closer look? Because a lot of times we don't need effort. A lot of times we've done the work, and if it's in alignment, things are working out for us. But if it's not in alignment, sometimes we need more honesty. Yesterday's energy, like I said, reminded us that a delay does not always mean failure. And sometimes life slows us down because there is something we need to see. But today, that lesson continues. Before we keep building, before we keep chasing, we need to take a moment and ask, is this still something that I truly want, or am I just afraid to let it go? Today's transit, we've got the planet Neptune stationing retrograde in Aries. Neptune is that dreamy planet. All right, a lot of fog around things in Neptune. Neptune is connected to our dreams, our imaginations, and things we believe are possible. All right. Neptune allows us to believe the possibilities. But when Neptune moves retrograde, the energy is shifting inward. The fog starts to clear on our situations. Things we may have been avoiding become harder to ignore. And this is the time for us to look honestly at our goals, at our passions, at our motivations, and not to judge ourselves. This is not a moment to say we failed. This is a moment to ask, is this still aligned with who I am becoming? Yeah. And it's okay to change your dream. It's okay to adjust. It's okay to adjust your dream. Sometimes a dream needs more commitment. Sometimes a dream needs to be adjusted. And sometimes a dream has already taught us what it came here to teach us. And we got to look at that. We got to look at that. So, Father, there's only one card. And here she is, Luna, the moon. The moon is about what we see, what we believe, and what may still be hidden. But the moon reminds us that sometimes we don't need to see the full picture because emotions or our expectations or fears can cloud our judgment. But the lesson today, don't follow the dream. Make sure you understand the dream. Why are you still pouring that energy into that dream? Is it still worth it? There's a term for what we do, like when we keep investing and we keep investing and we keep investing. It's a psychological term. It's a psychological pattern, I should say. It's called sunk cost fallacy. It's when we keep holding on to something because we've already invested so much time, energy, or emotions into it. And we think, I've already come this far. I can't stop now. But the question is not how much you've already given. The question is knowing what you know today, would you still choose this dream? It's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. I need to rethink this. Sometimes letting go is not giving up. Let me say that again. Sometimes letting go is not giving up. Sometimes letting go is finally listening. We can honor the time that we spent. We can honor the lessons that we learned. We can honor the energy that we invested and still admit that something no longer fits. Growth is not always about adding more. Sometimes growth is about clearing space. Y'all, your dreams are meant to expand you, not trap you. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to create a vision when the old one no longer feels true. The universe is not asking you to stay stuck in an old version of yourself. It's inviting you to become more honest with who you are. So we're going to affirm. We're going to affirm. I trust myself to see clearly. I trust myself to see clearly. Today with this transit, I want y'all to take some time to reflect and ask yourself, what is working? What is not working? What are you holding on to because you truly believe in it? And what are you holding on to because you don't want to admit that it's changed? Be honest, because that honesty is where your next step is going to begin. So, yeah, just be honest with yourself, y'all. All right. Once again, y'all saw my shuffle. Y'all saw my pull. We're getting our spiritual downloads from Tony Carmine Slorinos, her spirit oracle. And we got, there is no numerological aspect to break down. We got remembrance. And this card right here, we're talking about looking back. We're talking about, things that taught us, and the question that I have right now is what memory keeps coming back because there's still a lesson waiting for you? This is really falling into the astrological forecast, because right now we're being asked to use discernment between letting go of a dream and what is here to serve us, what is here asking for our attention, and for why. I need cups. There we go. 6 of Cups. Right there, 6 of Cups. This 6 of Cups is about nostalgia. It's about memories. It's about reflecting. It's about honoring where we've been. It reminds us that the past helped shape us, but it doesn't have to define us. All right. So again, we could be feeling very reflective. We could be feeling very nostalgic. We could be feeling very open. You can appreciate the past without living in it. And again, with the 6 of Cups, listen, we're talking about nostalgia. We're talking about childhood memories. We're talking about past relationships. We're talking about reflection. We're talking about emotional healing. Okay. When it comes to remembrance, let me say this. Our minds often bring back old memories when there's still something to understand, when there's still something that needs to be healed, or when there's something that we need to finally let go of. So something from your past may be showing up again. A memory, a person, a feeling. And before you think it's pulling you backwards, ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Not everything that comes back is asking you for another chance. Sometimes it's asking you for closure. Sometimes it's reminding you of how much you've grown. And sometimes it's there to show you that you are finally ready to let this go. So take the lesson, take the wisdom, leave all that emotional baggage behind you. And we're going to affirm, I honor my past, learn from it, and I move forward with peace. I honor my past, learn from it, and I move forward with peace. Yeah. It got us to where we're at right now. All right, y'all. You know what I say. Staying in alignment. That is your assignment. And when it gets too rough, ask the universe to show you how good it can be. All right, y'all. Have an amazing 7/7 portal, all right? I'll be back.